Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hold on
I'm
one
good.
second. Hold on one second.
You're always
Hold on
making
a
fun
sec-
of me because I'm never like
No. Here's the problem. So tonight we are on Facebook, our
Right.
Sandy and Toddcast Facebook. We are on
Right.
Stay Weirdos, Friends of the Sandy and Toddcast.
Right.
We are on Twitter. We are on YouTube. And then I also put us on Twitch tonight because I don't know what
Yes.
Twitch is. It sounds cool. And so I thought, well, I'm going to set up an account and see if it works. So I started everything. I started the intro and I did all that kind of stuff. And I'm sitting here and I start hearing everything double. Hello, all Facebook user. Okay, that's what's going to happen with that. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Hi, Jessica.
So I thought, well, be on Twitch. Well, I had Twitch open in another thing. So I was hearing everything echo over it. So then you come on, you're like, hello. I'm like, ah. I mean, a little bit of
It's too
Sandy
much.
goes a long way.
Well, only so much wonderful one person can take. Hi, Renee. Well, here's the funny thing is I don't know what Twitch is either. No clue. Like absolutely no clue.
I know all the kids are using it for gaming and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
I think it is a gaming thing. Other than that, I mean, it could be anything. Hi, Tammy.
Hey.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just excited that it's Wednesday on the Sandy and Toddcast. And
It's
we have a
Ghostober.
live cast.
Yeah.
It's Ghostober, continuing Ghostober. We've got this week's Sandy and Toddcast, Ghostober, the last episode of the live cast for October. But then next Wednesday, I will be talking about my trip to Chicago. We're going to do a cemetery talk for 2 cemeteries. We're going to do the kind of the Hollywood of cemeteries, Graceland Cemetery, and talk about some of the more prominent graves and some of the beautiful architecture you can find, as well as some of the ghost stories and some of the folklore that goes along with them. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Bachelor's Grove, which is sort of like the total opposite of Graceland Cemetery, and in a lot of ways. And how I felt there, I've got some great pictures. I've got some videos. It's going to be a really good talk. So that's next Wednesday. So everybody join us. Please join us. It's going to be a really nice night.
Absolutely. And when you say Graceland Cemetery, because of my background, because I love Elvis so much, I think Elvis. I was thinking,
I do
thank
too.
you. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. That kind of stuff.
I do too, every single time. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for joining us tonight. So one other thing I wanted to show everybody is, and I know this isn't going to work because I never do it right, but we just got some new business cards.
Hey.
Yay. Some brand new business cards for the Sandy and Toddcast. And then on the back, we even have the Apothecary podcast. I'm still not doing it correctly, but you guys get the gist of it. And so we're going to be putting these in some businesses around our areas. And if anybody knows of a business that might be willing to put our cards out for us, please let us know and we'll give you a handful of them. And as long as they give us permission, we'd love to get our name out there. And this is one kind of cool way to do it. So brand new business cards. We're taking a step forward.
We're actually also getting very close. I mean, we've probably got like half of a season to go. We got about 6 more episodes to go in our season. And then we'll be on hiatus again over Christmas break.
Yeah, we're going to take a couple weeks off, but we're going to do some bonus episodes for you guys on the audio cast side. So you'll get plenty of bonus stuff during the holidays.
Yeah, hopefully. If everything works out properly.
It should. We have so much content, so many fun things that go on. So, and don't forget, everybody, we have a group, Stay Weirdos, Friends of the Sandy and Toddcast. And in that group, if you join that group, we have extra content that we put just in that group. Some of my Sandy Cemeteries episodes go in there. We also have this thing that we do called After the Live Cast, which is its own separate little video that goes only in Stay Weirdos group. So make sure you join that group if you haven't already.
We're getting a lot of people through the Stay Weirdos group, which is great, except we don't get to find out who they are unless they approve it in the group. So you have to like hit some sort of approval thing. But somebody says, hey, Todd, did you get your hair done? Is that a new dye job? Really?
Who would that be? Who is that?
I have no idea. But I've never dyed my hair. Well, that's not true. In high school, I had purple hair.
Did you? You
So
did not. Did
I
you
did.
really?
Yeah, it was the
Wow.
80s, for Christ's sakes.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I
And
did. I dye my hair all the time.
Flock of Seagulls was a big band, so I had to
Yeah.
have that hair.
Yep.
So
Yep. I dye. Every 5 to 6 weeks, I dye my hair.
every 5 to 6 weeks I die. Hey, you know, and then I come back to
I
life,
dye.
Speaking
You know?
of which, last night I had a freaky dream. Now, I'm pretty good. I've gotten very good at knowing when I'm dreaming. So a lot of stuff doesn't bother me. But every once in a while I'll have a really creepy dream, and it's usually, I know it's going to go badly, and it's usually about evil energy or vampires or something like that. Last night was the first night I had a dream about zombies.
Oh.
So it was kind of a mixed dream, because in order to stay alive, I was flying around. So there were some vampires involved, but very little. It was all zombies, and they were trying to get us and all this stuff. And
Well, they were trying to, I was there too.
No, you were not there.
Oh.
Listen, you're never in my dreams.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
So at any rate, the very end of the dream, somehow like 30 or 40 of us are on this school bus. Okay. And we've got everything locked up, but there's like hundreds of zombies outside the bus, and they're starting to bust in the glass and all that kind of stuff. Right. And I have a bat. I have a baseball bat. Like, what am I going to do with a baseball bat? You know, can you see me sitting there going like this?
I know.
And so I finally decided I was either going to die by staying on the bus, or I was going to die fighting for it. So I took the bat, and as hard as I could, I smashed a window. And when I smashed the window, I woke up. So I don't know if I made it or not.
It's interesting, because that almost sounds like a movie, doesn't it? Like the dream could actually be an actual movie, like a plot for a movie.
It could be. It could be.
Did it scare you?
Oh, yeah. I was up for the rest of the night. I didn't go back to bed till like 3:30 in the morning.
Oof.
But I think I thought about it somewhat. And because I've been getting a lot of pressure from people like you and from other people about letting my walls down a little bit, I've been trying to let my walls down a little bit, be a little bit more open and free with my energy and all that kind of stuff. And I think the dream was to warn me about those individuals. And we've had conversations about this on the Empathicary podcast about vampires and those who will suck your fucking brains out.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily think that all your walls should come down, because they're up understandably. Like, I get that, because I'm actually learning how to put mine up. Like, just the other day you said, I'm glad that you're starting to really learn your boundaries and put your walls up a little bit. So I'm learning how to do that, which is good. I just think there should be a balance there. But yeah, energy vampires seem to be everywhere.
And then we discussed something prior to the broadcast, which is a prime example of something that completely bothers me.
Yeah.
About people nosing around and looking into your business and stuff like that. I worked. Hi, Holly. Thank you, Holly. You can always put boundaries up and down.
Yeah,
no,
you can.
Fuck it. They're always going to be up. Fuck it.
I kind of do that.
When I had a morning show in a city, and I had a stalker who would show up at my house when I wasn't there during the day and hang out in my backyard.
That's freaky.
So, Holly Hughes, you can put your boundaries up and down. Girl, you get out of here.
But that's kind of what I do. I put them up sometimes when I have to, but I let them down, because I think you have to find a balance of it. You can't have them up all the time.
Yeah, but if you put them down, and then
you can't have them down all the time.
The person, when you put it down, and the person who should have your back and not do that kind of stuff does that stuff.
I agree.
It just proves to me, trust no one.
I agree.
So.
But I do agree with Holly, though, that you can be selective on what and who you do that
I'm selective.
with.
There's the people on the podcast tonight are probably the ones who have seen my walls down the most.
Yeah.
So you guys should all get down and kiss the ground that I walk on. That's what you should do. Let's bring out one of those people right now.
I love
because she's on the panel. She hasn't been on the podcast for a while. We love her very much.
Love her.
What does Holly say? I get it, but you're braver than that. No, you don't know me.
She's right.
You don't know me. No, you don't know me. Let's bring out my good friend who worked all day in order to make the shawl that she's wearing. And so no matter what you think of it, please tell her that it's nice. I'm gonna guess on this. I'm gonna guess that she found a sale at Hobby Lobby or something, and it was all the the bad yarn that nobody wanted. She bought it up and she made a shawl out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again on the Sandy and Toddcast livecast, Lisa Hale. There she is. Look at that. Look at that thing.
I love you.
I love you so much, and it's not that I bought the yarn for this. It's that I had all these different scraps.
I knew it. I knew it. Okay. It's it's like the coat of many colors that Dolly Parton sings about. That's basically what it is. Ooh, that's some ugly stuff. It's beautiful. Because it just says who you are, as a person. No, it does. I mean, Lisa is very frugal, almost to a fault, right?
I can be, yeah. I really, really can be. Hi, whoever that was who said hi, Lisa Hale.
I know. Unfortunately, we can't. We're getting a lot of Facebook users tonight because
it's okay. We got a lot of people watching right now. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's all good.
All
but
right.
if you're looking at us through the Stay Weirdos things, you actually have to tell the thing that it's okay to be on. She made it out of cat hair.
Cat hair.
I think she did. I love your shawl of many colors. See, Katie's standing up for you there.
See, I think it's great. And the whole point is that they should be functional too. They should be warm and,
This is actually an Afghan folded in half.
See?
But it's a circular Afghan. So
frugal. Did you see what I'm saying here? She probably found that, on a clearance rack someplace. It was an Afghan. And she said, I can
it.
Okay, Jason.
Jason, I never tried to teach you how to knit. Number one, I don't know how to knit.
Oh my gosh.
Deej, thanks for checking in tonight.
Joining us tonight. You guys check out Digging with Deej on Facebook. She does some amazing YouTube videos. Really, really cool.
Lisa's here tonight because she's part of our roundtable. This season, we decided to bring more people on to help ask questions and be involved with it because it can't just be our experience. It needs to be your experience too. So when we bring out our guest, if you have questions for Eric tonight, please reach out to him. Eric, you got to get ready because this is your big announcement. Multicolors for multi-purposes. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. This is it.
Everybody's sticking up for Lisa tonight, which is great.
Up for you, Lisa.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, we love him very much. I think he was one of the first guests we ever had on the podcast.
Yeah.
Eric Ferdinand Baclit.
Yay! Oh! That's amazing.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, I love you.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, I love those.
Are those things sharp? Are they really sharp?
Let's find out.
That's not on
this
a podcast.
One is particularly sharp, I have to say.
That's kind of interesting.
Cool. That's so cool.
So is that what what is that outfit called? Like, what is the character that you're playing there?
This is actually a demon god from Japan, a Tengu. So I'm like a legendary. Well, it's a legendary demon warrior. So they've been revered. They live in the mountains. It's just that Japanese believe in a lot of small gods, and I'm one of those little deities in Japan. So the role that I'm going to play this Halloween is I'm like a demon bodyguard for someone.
Interesting. I think I may need that. So if you want to make a couple of extra dollars cash, let me know. So.
I love your wings.
Sure.
I love the wings too. They're awesome.
Couple of people that are reaching out that can't get to us or can't post on Facebook because they're in jail right now. I know one of them. Justin is on tonight. So Justin, thanks for joining us.
Justin's in jail.
Yeah, Justin is somebody that posts a lot in the Friends of and he's in jail tonight. So he's posting to me on Messenger. And Aaron says hi tonight as well. They are watching. So
awesome. Hello, everyone.
Rusty's on tonight saying hi to Eric. So hi, Eric.
James Hughes. Hi, Eric. Hi, Todd. That's cool.
Oh,
all right.
A lot of people joining us tonight.
So when we got together before the show, of course, we were completely non-prepared.
No,
because we don't, because I can't do everything. And so what we're going to talk about tonight with Eric is really about the pandemic, coming out of the pandemic, and life is different. Whether you want to, you have a complete list of things that happened to you during the pandemic that you're very well aware of. Whether you knew people that had COVID or didn't, or it affected your work, or it affected the fact that you were working from home so much, or you weren't able to be connected to others that you love because of it, whatever all that is, the hate between one side of the aisle and the other side, all that, the pressure, we all were kind of hurt by this in one way, shape, or form. We all felt this kind of stuff. And so Eric kind of wanted to bring to the table some healing after the fact. So we're very glad you're here tonight, and I'm glad you have your black wings on, because I think you're going to need them tonight.
It's ironic. A Japanese demon would be blessing everyone tonight, just so you know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
True.
There's an emoji like that, isn't that exact face, right?
I thought so.
Yeah, because a lot of times when I get mad at
Definitely.
somebody, that's what I send to them. That little
You really?
emoji. Yeah, it's like kind of like one of those things. So,
anyways,
Eric, can we talk about healing? Because obviously my dark energy needs to be a little bit lighter tonight. So what can you tell me about the process of getting through this and the healing on the other side?
Well, the best example that I can give you guys is I have been invited to different apartments and different homes to bless their homes to get rid of negative energy. It's an interesting experience because I've done it for my friends, I've done it for some clients, and it does involve their previous experience with being quarantined because of the pandemic. They've dealt with a lot of anxiety. They've dealt with a lot of difficulties mentally and emotionally, focused a lot on, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of good and bad. There's like a good balance of good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's focus on the good first. People started focusing on themselves, started improving themselves. They started working out from home. They started to decide, well, they decided not to be overly, they decided to be more frugal, in other words. So they don't travel, they save up on, they cook their own food. Maybe a lot of people do takeout. So that's like, it's an interesting spectrum of experiences for a lot of people. But one thing I've observed is, I personally observed with myself, is I kind of developed a level of anxiety, honestly. I would say it was unexpected, because ever since I stayed a lot at home, human interaction has been minimized, physical human interaction. I mean, I wasn't even used, for more than a year, I wasn't even used to being hugged or kissed or just being very close to someone. It's an interesting dynamic right now. Like, when you see people out there, you're being very cautious, you're paranoid because you're worried about your own survival. Are they vaccinated? Are they non-vaccinated? The ones that are not vaccinated, they blame the ones who are vaccinated and say, you guys are giving me anxiety because you guys are carrying the virus. It's just so many things that are causing people to distrust other people. It's a different world out there.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm raising this concern is, have you asked yourselves, are you okay mentally? Are you okay emotionally, even physically? Those three basic aspects, have you asked yourselves this very moment? Do I even have reliable friends? Do I feel abandoned? Do I even get connected? Am I still connected with my family, my biological family, or the family that I consider? People seem to fade lately. People seem to be like, they start disappearing from your life because of the fact that they're so used to not having other people around them anymore. That's what changed in this world. And even if I jump from one bar to another, people have been very paranoid. They just stay in their little clusters. They'd rather not meet other people. It's funny. Bars are supposed to be social places, but you go there, you don't know anyone. It's not easy to approach people, not at all, because they would say, who the heck are you? You're like a complete stranger. What are you even doing here? Why are you bothering us? We're a bunch of friends here. So the thing is, that social aspect has been severely diminished. And I'm not saying it's not it's a hopeless situation. All I'm saying is we've all been affected one way or another. some people gained so much weight, some people lost so much weight, some people got dependent on takeout. I got dependent on Amazon. It's
Me too.
see, raise your hands. Anyone who's dependent on Amazon, yep, that's
That would
definitely
be me.
Well, that's where the crochet came from, I guess. So
No, but I did get some
shade. I'm throwing some
supplies.
shade, okay? Supply. Yeah. So bottom line is ask yourselves what state you are in right now, as in physical state, mental and emotional state. And the reason why I'm here is thank you for inviting me is I'd like to offer like sound healing, because what I have is it helps resonate this sound within you. It's all you have to do is just believe that you are being healed, that all I'm declaring for you is manifestation of something more positive that's for your lives. It's not about synthesizing. I know it's difficult because this is online and we're live here, and it may sound different when it reaches you. But as far as I'm concerned and my clients are concerned, there's the sound that I'm producing from my little bowl here is very soothing. That's what I'm planning to do for everyone, whoever's watching or whoever's going to watch this live. Hopefully you'll benefit from this. And Todd, Sandy, and Lisa have very positive attitudes. Hopefully you can harness their positivity as well, because it's hard to find very good people right now, and I can attest to that. I honestly tried dating people and it wasn't easy. They're flaky, they just ghost you, they're mean. It's just a different world. It's just, and people might be saying, Eric, get used to New York City. No, it's not true. It was so different prior to the pandemic. It's so different. And biggest reason is they're trying to heal themselves too. They're all damaged in one way or another. Am I saying that I am not damaged? I am too.
Well, and I think that's the important thing. I think that we also have to, each one of us who has been damaged, who's maybe having a negative experience through all this with other humans, needs to take a step back. And I take that as a message to me and just realize that they're healing too, or needing, in need of healing.
Exactly.
So I need to keep that in mind as I start wanting to shoot fire from my palms and burn people down to the ground.
We're clawing them.
Oh, I need those. Give me those. I need those.
Eric, let me
No,
ask
they might get turned on by this. Forget it.
Right.
Sorry,
Well,
Lisa, go ahead. I apologize.
I wanted to ask you, do you think that the COVID pandemic just pushed what we were already doing as the human race towards isolating ourselves? Because honestly, this is what I see from most people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not talking to each other. We're not connecting with one another unless it's through this medium.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's something that COVID just helped to push along?
I would say these devices are very useful. They helped us connect during the pandemic. And I will never blame these devices for pushing us away from people. But instead, it made us realize, this whole pandemic situation made us realize that anything can happen. You lose so many opportunities, and you have to be brave enough to do the things that you have to do in this life. Life is so short, and so many people died during the pandemic. And bottom line is, honestly, I have been suffering from not exactly abandonment, but for the lack of attention from someone I like.
Mhm.
That's not easy. But the bottom line is, it's funny that I literally got this quote from an anime. It's about past, present, and future. And I'm sure this will resonate with everyone. The past makes you want to die out of regret. And the future makes you depressed out of anxiety. So by elimination, the present is likely the happiest time. So that's the difficulty here nowadays. We're so fixated on what ifs, but you're not doing anything right now to make things better. As in today, do it now. And you see someone interesting across the bar, do it. walk up to him, or somebody, I don't know, there was a, not exactly on the street and just approach someone, but be very cautious. Please don't quote me on this. I literally approach people on the street and compliment them if they look really good. Seriously, that's what I do. I don't waste a minute anymore. So make that as your own personal resolution to do something good for at least today. And I'm not blaming these devices. These devices are wonderful. They actually connected us during the pandemic.
Do you go up to people on the street wearing the wings and the little things on your fingers and
I
the
will
face
do
thing?
that.
Because I think that might be a problem.
I'm doing that this Sunday. I'm doing that this
That
Sunday.
should be
I go,
interesting.
wow, you know what? I go, wow.
You know what? It is a very interesting dynamic, though, Eric, I think, because where we've all noticed that out in the public, people have really segregated themselves. I think
Yes.
it also, though, on the other side, has brought families closer together. It's brought couples closer together. I think it's sort of made us realize what our priorities are and establish relationships. The hard part, though, is what it did to potential relationships and potential friendships and social interactions. That's the downside of everything. I mean, I'll tell you, the first 6 months of the pandemic for me were the most difficult. I lost my job. I lost 2 of my pets. I was confused, and it was really bad the first 6 months.
And she started a friendship with me, which was
that
not
was
easy.
Before the pandemic,
Just
but
before.
it continues to be
No,
difficult.
I
It
brought the
continues to be
pandemic.
difficult. I brought the pandemic. It continues to be difficult, believe me, the producer. But I think you're right, though. I think it has made us more tentative to get to know people that we haven't known before. And that in and of itself can cause anxiety and stress to be in situations where you potentially may have to interact with people. So there's so much healing, I think, that needs to go on all around in this. It's just such an interesting dynamic, the way each situation has sort of its ups and sort of its downs in this. And there's a lot of healing to be had by, I think, everybody in this situation.
What are you doing there? That little fluttering thing there, Eric? Were you sending healing, or
what
what
was going on?
Yeah, a little itchy thing
You
going
do
on.
realize I'm pretending to be a peacock attracting people. Just so you know.
Lord.
I love it. Eric, you don't have
Yes.
to pretend to be a peacock. You are a peacock.
I don't have them colors, okay? I'm like
Well,
being a raven
you
right
may not
now.
have those colors, but you can be showy enough to get some attention. I
That's
know
true.
you can.
Listen, Lisa will crochet you some wings or some feathers using the extra yarn she has from
You know
that.
what?
So
This is
What?
very colorful. Do you want this?
I would love that so much. Especially I'm
You want-
wearing this on Sunday and it's gonna be cold. Oh my god, trust me.
she
I'm
made a
walking around
hat for my
this evening,
dad
I
one
go,
Christmas. She made a hat for my
I
dad
know
one
which one you're
Christmas.
talking about. The Green Bay
There is
Packer
only
hat.
there's only one hat she made. It was this big. It was this big. He could actually step into it and pull it up and wear it as underwear if we cut a couple
No.
of holes in it.
In my defense, Marvin has
this
a small
big.
head.
It was this big.
I'd like to see that.
was
It
good.
was huge.
It was
There's a picture somewhere of him wearing it, and it's like down over his eyes.
That poor man. That was the turning point in his life where things just kind of went downhill from
It
there.
was
So,
not.
So Eric, do you see it do you feel like it will eventually get better for everyone when it comes to social interactions?
It's actually going to get better, but with a condition. Like now, thank you for giving me this opportunity to send this out to the world. When somebody gives you a gesture, if somebody shows you love, somebody appreciates you, don't dismiss them, because it's rare. People don't realize how nice and rare that is. Like somebody tells you I love you, somebody tells you I care for you, somebody tells you that you're beautiful, you're handsome. people just dismiss that nowadays because they go, you don't know what you're saying. You're just hallucinating, or you're on drugs, whatever.
Todd.
People lack the appreciation. People lack the appreciation nowadays. It's just, I think the biggest message I want to give to everyone that I learned is you start your day with gratitude and end it with gratitude. Every single thing. Be grateful for everything that's happened, positive, negative. Anything negative is actually making you stronger. Anything positive enhances you, but you have to pass it on to other people. Do other positive things for other people too. If somebody's being difficult, you know that person's going through something.
Right.
That person is projecting. I'm not saying that you be a saint, but instead handle the situation better, because your reaction defines the tone of any situation. You start the day right, it's all up to you. You end it wrong, well, it's also up to you. That's it. That's the most, I guess, the key asset I want to deliver to everyone nowadays. Appreciate, be grateful, appreciate everyone, be grateful to God and the universe. Do everything you can to do good in this world. We're given a second chance right now. This is our second chance. We have to do it.
Sherry has a good point, because it's what I was thinking too. I think sometimes we've gotten, and again, some of us have put up higher walls than others. We've gotten to the point where we have a hard time taking a compliment, because in some ways they're kind of just thrown around as toss off kind of stuff. It's not that big of a deal. So when you do get a genuine show of appreciation or a thank you or a compliment, as you mentioned, it's, for some people, it's very hard to accept. So
to digest it. No. Not at all. Do evil, hurtful things, the more to you or to other people, well, it's actually an opportunity for, if you say you have your loved one doing hurtful things towards other people, you've witnessed it. Do you plan to just leave that person alone? Obviously, you have to do something about it. You've witnessed it. You do something to improve that person. The moment you become apathetic, then it's the beginning of the end of your world. Seriously. You become alone, isolated, and it's on you. Again, the way you react to the situation would define how the scenario is going to play out, because you're living in the present. You're improving the future.
Well, listen, if I saw somebody do something bad, and I was sitting there and I had black wings on and I had these metal spikes on my fingers, I'd mention something too. I would have the balls to do it.
I would say, like, when in New York City, you see something, say something. In other words, you have to care for the city. You have to care for other people. Not like, oh, somebody's getting mugged. You do nothing. You call 911. Tell them that there's something happening.
Right.
So I know it all sounds basic. But it's not easy to do. I'm not saying that just all of this is easy. Trust me.
It's not easy. But if you see someone bullying somebody, or somebody saying unkind things to someone you know and love, you can just turn around and say, excuse me, for them. You know what I mean? You can call them out on their bad behavior.
What about me? I say bad things about you all the time out of love, though.
But
I do.
You do it out of love. I know you do it out of love. If the minute you stop picking on me, I know I'm in trouble.
Then there's a problem. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What are you doing over there?
I'm giving a back scratch or something. How about Tandy?
I'm telling you, I'm loving the back scratch idea. But no, seriously, I'm thinking of a specific situation within my life that I stopped letting it go by. Do you know what I mean? Before, I would just like shake my head and go and ignore it or whatever. I started speaking up and speaking back on it and saying, that's uncool.
Right.
You got to call it, because the person that's being bullied or hurt is going to hurt more from your lack of helping.
Yes, your apathy.
Apathy, good word.
Yeah.
Not a good word, but you know what I mean. That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
It's the appropriate word right now.
Yes.
Seriously.
Well, we've talked a lot about the pandemic and the pain and the struggle we've all gone through in one way, shape, or form. We all have a different take on it. Our perspectives are all different. However, they do have something in common, and that is we've all gone through it while alone. In some cases, we've all gone through it together.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
so I want to talk about the healing part. How can, on a
Sure.
daily, you talked about, being grateful in the morning and grateful at night. What are some other things we can do, whether it's meditation, whether it's some sort of, I don't know, I don't want to call it like a spell, but a ritual or something. What can we do to have more positivity in our lives, to heal ourselves through this, so that in the end, when we're beyond all this stuff, we can be better?
I would say whoever you believe in, whoever higher power you believe in, you start with your own level of prayer. And
Mhm.
I did say gratitude. In the morning, the moment you wake up, you thank God and say, "Oh my God, thank you for waking me up. I'm still alive." It's true. That's
See, with
one.
me, it's always, God damn it, I don't want to get out of bed this morning.
Yeah, but he's right though. I mean, think about it. We've all been through over a year and a half of this pandemic, which is very
Mhm.
serious, and we are all here. By the grace of God or
Still here.
whoever, we are here. We're here. And so I feel like that's in and of itself is something to be grateful for, because I'm watching people all around me get sick, go into the hospital, die. And so
Mhm.
it's always a constant reminder to me that I mean, I have a health issue that just recently came up that I wasn't expecting. It kind of put me on my butt, but I'm still here. So you're right, Eric. We all need to be grateful when we get up in the morning, and that's a great start to it. Just be thankful and grateful that we're even here right now.
It's so simple, right? It's so
Mhm.
simple. Or thank God for the food. Thank God for you have a job. Thank God that you're able to purchase stuff. You have purchasing power. Seriously.
Yeah.
You can walk.
With
You can
with
run.
Amazon, right? Amazon delivers. I'm so thankful for that.
Yes.
Right.
Just so you know, I hope Amazon's listening. I'm promoting your site. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
right.
You know,
Go ahead, Lisa.
well, I was just going to say, like Eric says, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do would be to thank your higher power. One of the things that I've started or that I've been doing forever is, with each step I take in the morning, thank you, thank you, thank you. Even as I'm going down the stairs, hoping I don't fall down the stairs and I have to go to the potty so bad, we know
Or
that that's
fart. Or fart. Yeah.
yeah,
'Cause that does
thank you,
happen.
thank you, thank you. But you thank the universe for what you have. I thank the universe for the fact that I have a bladder that feels like it's going to explode. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You just
Yep.
I don't think I could ever thank the universe that I have a bladder. That
okay.
I get
just,
what she's
it's just not
saying.
me. It's just not me. I know what you're saying, and but still,
Think
But
of
even
this.
I can't do it. I
What
can't
would
do it.
happen without your bladder?
I would wear diapers. But in a little bit, we're going to have Eric pull a few cards tonight. So hold on for that. If you'd like to have Eric pull a card for you, we will do that in a bit. But he's already burning his sage there and
I'm
whatever else
cleansing
he's
the
got.
space.
Yeah, you need to do that after this conversation. But could you do a little thing with the bowl maybe and just kind of help us all kind of get into that mindset, the mind space of healing right now?
Exactly. That's a perfect time. I'm going to cleanse our space right now with some sage and lavender. And I will do some prayers. I would love to bless you, all four of you. I mean, all three of you. Oh my God, am I seeing someone else? Or
No, it's Lisa's two personalities.
It's my
Lisa
two-person. Exactly.
and Hank.
and I was
Hank is a very
thinking,
special person.
whoever is witnessing this live and who's going to witness this, you deserve everything that you're asking for, as long as you know the law of equivalent exchange. You can't just ask for something when you're not willing to do something something good in return. That's the law of equivalent exchange. It's not just about take everything. Humans are naturally selfish. I get selfish too. Like, I'm asking for attention from someone I like, but it's just very difficult. So think about your greatest wish right now, what you wish to manifest in your life. Imagine that happening in your life and think about what are you going to do with it. Remember the saying, be careful for what you wish for. Can you handle it? Tonight is a very special night. We'll just cleanse whatever negative energies you guys have just with a few 8 strikes, and just I'm going to resonate this a little bit. It's going to be less than 5 minutes, but please focus on your sanctuary. Focus on what you want to manifest in your life. Could it be love, health, finances, career? Do it. No one's stopping you. Okay, so I'll just time this correctly. I'm just looking at my timer, but I'll strike this 8 times. I hope you guys hear it clearly. I pray that all good things happen to your lives, all of you, especially you, Todd, Sandy, and Lisa, and whoever's watching this live right now, whoever's about to watch this podcast. You truly deserve happiness as long as you bring happiness towards other people. Allow yourself to be healed by other people as well. You can't heal by yourself. You need other people too, because they need you too. Whatever you send out to the universe goes back to you. It's not easy being positive, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start believing. You have to keep your faith. I know a lot of you have experienced very bad things, during the pandemic. You lost your jobs, you lost loved ones. So many losses, very few gains. But you have to start by accepting and acknowledging why they all happened. No one's going to answer that question but you and God and the universe. Today or tonight, wherever you are, begins your personal healing. Start your journey tonight, okay? No one's giving you permission but you. Just let things happen. Live in the present. Stop being so anxious about the future. I'm not saying that you shouldn't think about the future, but you can build your future by building your present situation today, addressing every small thing that you can, and stop focusing on the things that you cannot control. I'm blessing all of you, and I'm sending you my positive and healing vibes. Allow this light to enter your life. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I won't lie, because it's on video. I did smirk a little bit when you were talking about negative energy, because, you know, I kind of knew you were talking about me, but that's fine.
I took it all away though. Just so you know.
Did you? Boy, that's a heavy load. You better go drop that off later on.
That thing is too heavy for me. Trust me, I turned all my pain to love. It's not easy, but I had to do it. There's when I have anxiety and when I feel literally when I feel anxious, I do 50 freaking push-ups just for me. And I mean, yeah, you know what? I built my body and I'm more lean and there. I'm ready for Sunday, people.
So the plan is Eric's going out all dressed up and he's gonna get some, I think is what's gonna happen. Is that what's gonna happen?
That's
That's what he's hoping for.
I wish, I hope so.
So we said Eric would do a few cards tonight. We did have a couple of people ask. We don't have a ton of time, but I thought we would go ahead and maybe pull a couple here. Let's see. I've got them here. Let me just find them real quick. Sherry asked for a card.
Okay, Sherry Mueller. Okay. I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Think so.
English is my second language, so I apologize. Let's see. Let's just do a couple of shuffles for Sherry. You just want a card, right? Okay, let's do top deck then. It's interesting that a Tengu, a Japanese demon, just blessed everyone tonight. I can't get over that fact.
Oh, the irony.
But demons are revered in Japan, though. Sherry, for you, the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. Well, this can mean financial gain, but it's like doing what you're doing best. What I'm sensing here is, well, don't overwork yourself. Don't stop, I guess, obsessing about a few things that you shouldn't at this point, because you're missing out on so many things right now. Right now, just like this guy, he's being very focused. This is a card about the signs, earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. This is actually my card too. I don't know what your sign is, but as far as this card's message is concerned, try to look at things in a different perspective. You have this fixation of, okay, it is what it is. You keep telling yourself it is what it is, but the thing is, what if you can do something else about it? Okay, so that's a very short message, but this card is very simple, and it would reflect like maybe 8 days from now, you're going to remember this reading and say, okay, you know what? I might need to chill more often. This is just a basic message for you. Okay?
Very good.
Good luck, Sherry. Capricorn.
Renee asked for a card tonight.
Renee Jenkins. Okay, I wonder what's going to show up first. Let's see. Let's do 2 shuffles. I cannot shuffle my cards with those dang claws. So I had to remove them. Thank you, Ashes, for my wings. You must be hallucinating. I don't have wings right now. Holly Hughes. What was her name again, Todd? I'm sorry.
Renee.
Renee.
Renee. Interesting. Another Pentacles card. So Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. I would say showing this guy's gesture is showing that you're being very not possessive, but you're keeping things to yourself. You're keeping yourself bottled up. I would say it's occurred for the past couple of weeks, but you're just preserving yourself. I can understand that, but try to balance that out by not just being so focused on yourself. I would say yes, work on yourself, work on how you would wanna improve yourself, but don't forget other people. You can improve yourself by gaining more friends, networking, reward yourself pretty much. That's what this card is saying, that you don't have to like be super duper stingy. Try to reward yourself, but don't be like me that buys so many things from Amazon. So don't do it. Try to be as reserved like this person. Be frugal, not stingy. There's a huge difference. Reward yourself, reward your loved ones too. Okay, that's a very basic message too. I love it when minor arcana shows up there, not like life sense shattering or life changing. So it's just a very simple message for you. Oh God, Monica, really? She's one of my friends.
Monica,
Oh,
thanks for
Monica.
tuning in tonight.
Monica, where's Brandy? 1, 2, 3. Okay, Monica. Ooh, major arcana. The Empress, Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. This is like the third Earth card. Looks like what I'm sensing is after blessing everyone, expect something amazing. Okay, everyone who's watching this live, who I blessed tonight, something amazing is coming. But then I have to give you like my PO box, send me some money because whatever financial stuff that you're going to receive, I want some of that too, so I can buy more stuff from Amazon.
That's a cut.
But the whole point is, it's abundance that's coming your way, Monica. This is a major arcana. I would say that you try and consult more people that are earth signs, like yours truly. I'm Capricorn. Your boyfriend is an earth sign. He's a Virgo. I think you need to get in touch with him. He has the network. He works for retail, I'm sure, so he gets a lot of connections. And if you're hoping for a new career, now's a very good time. Check out my LinkedIn. Check out Indeed. You're going to miss an opportunity if you don't search for that job tonight. Okay, this is the sign of abundance for you, and be creative about it. The Empress has this very strong message for you, Monica.
Very nice.
It is a blessing.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I still smell the sage here. Is there time? If there's time, okay. Well, there's a head of me. Oh, so nice. Tammy's very considerate. Let's see. What do we have for Tammy? We only have 6 minutes, right, Todd? Am I right?
About that, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Tammy. Things are going to speed up for you. The Knight of Swords, air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. You might be dealing with a person with this sign at the same time. It can lead to some level of stress, but this stress is for your growth. Yes, he's a Libra. But all I'm saying is you need to get ready because things are going to speed up. If you have been complaining that things have been very slow, oh, girl, it's going to change. Just so you know. How soon? 12 days from now. 12 days from now. Wait, yeah, 12. Exactly, 12. That's what I'm hearing right now. 12 days from now. And I think you should watch the color blue, whatever it is. If it's a company or a person or a place that's colored blue, that's the significant color for you, okay? So 12, or it can also represent December. 12 can represent December or 12 days from now, okay? Good luck. Things are going to speed up. And it's going your way.
She is somebody that I'm kind of working on the side project with, so I'm hoping that we can get that rolling. That might be good for me too.
Interesting. So that's a good sign.
Get to work. Deej is asking for a card tonight.
Deej, okay. Okay, 2 shuffles. I'm making sure that this is real quick. Oh, the pressure. 1, 2, 3. Deej, what do we have for you? I was hoping for this to show up. The card of wishes and happiness. Interesting.
Aw.
So whatever you've been hoping for is going to happen finally. And it's going to be an emotional time for you. The Nine of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And the person that might be significant with this trigger is a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Keep your eyes peeled. Don't ever underappreciate these water signs because they seem to be the ones bringing you the good luck. And again, all wishes will come true as long as you know that you deserve it. Second is you're going to pay it forward. It's not a one-way street, no. So I'm not surprised that way. Okay, Tammy's giving you a comment. But nine, maybe 9 days from now, or it could be the opposite. 9 can be a 6. So it can be 6 days from now too. So those are my speculations. There's no science behind this. You guys know this. So there.
Let's do one more tonight. One more as he's flapping his wings over
I love
there.
it.
One more tonight. And it's for Martin.
Martin, one of my friends. Well.
Hi, Martin.
Martin.
Lisa,
Let's
don't be
see.
flirting with the viewers tonight, please.
Flirting. I'm just saying hi.
She's got her Southern Belle thing going on.
Why do my friends get the major arcana? Temperance for you, Martin. Fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. But this is a Sagittarius card. I don't know who's in your life that's a Sagittarius, but this card is calling for your balance in physical, emotional, and mental aspects, because I know that you're in a healing process right now. But yes, look at this. I'm wearing the same wings as she is. The Temperance card is, but it's red though. So mine is kind of burnt, I guess. This one is like on fire, and mine is like after the fire. But it's all about balance. Number 14, 14, 5. And if you do 5, it's a Hierophant. It's still balance. Tap back into your spirituality, because it looks like you're losing that connection, Martin. I'm not sure how religious you are. We have talked a couple of times, but this is definitely an angelic message for you. Okay, so good luck.
Very good.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Love the wings. Love you.
I love you guys.
What's new with you? Like, what's going on? We know you're looking for love in all the wrong places and all that kind of stuff, but like, what's new for you? What's fresh?
So, as of October 11, I assumed the new role. I got promoted within the company.
Yeah.
And it's a level of pressure. So I need my man right now. That's the next thing. I'm ready, people.
Yes.
Just so you guys know, I'm announcing it to the world.
I'm just going to
accepting
say,
applications.
put that out in the universe, Eric.
That's
Just
right.
get
Throw
it
that
out
out there.
If good things can happen to me, I'm sure that everyone who's joined in this live have faith. Just wait. Just trust me on this. The reason why you guys are watching, the reason you guys are drawn to this podcast is you deserve good things in your life. And I've given you my blessing for all blessings. You guys deserve it. Like every time I end my TikTok, I say infinite love and blessings for everyone. I mean it. Okay? So again, infinite love and blessings for everyone, actually.
Too sweet.
Sorry, Todd. Go ahead.
No, too sweet. I was just going to say, here's the thing about Eric, and this is not a bad thing, but sometimes I do scold him for this because he is.
Here it comes.
Yep. He is so all about making sure that me and Lisa and Sandy and everybody on here tonight is in the wonderment of life and love and happiness, that sometimes he puts himself second. And he will, and I have to let him know that he is just as worthy as any of us. So if you took his message tonight and you feel good about it, send that right back to him. Because he deserves it just as much as we do. So
that's right.
Monica says, I agree.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Blessings back to you.
Yes.
I'm going to grab it.
Right by the old,
Yes. Yeah.
Wing Wang. That's right.
Wing Wang.
Or badunkadunk.
There's something about hearing Eric say badonkadonk that just
with the
I
wings
know,
on.
right?
The wings,
with
the
the
wings
wings
do
on
it.
and the claws.
Couple of places you can reach out to Eric if you'd like to have a more personal reading and get some more advice from him. You can find him on the web at positivetarotwisdom.com. He's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Positive Tarot Wisdom. Search that out and you will find him.
Look at how long my nose is.
You know what they say about a guy with a long nose and scratchers for fingers?
Their name is, that guy is named Eric. Anyways, that's the actual.
Okay, all right. Eric, you and Lisa stand by. Lisa will be right with you, and
Thank
Eric
you,
will be back.
guys.
Thanks, you guys, for being
Love
on
you
the
both.
podcast tonight.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, those two right there.
Oh, love both.
That
of
was
them.
a good match on the show tonight. Those two.
I thought so. I thought it was really good.
And somebody sent me a personal message and asked if Lisa was high tonight, and I don't know, to be honest with you. She may have smoked beforehand. I don't know.
I thought Lisa was pretty laid back and easygoing.
Well, that was the thing, and then she had that look on her face where she looked like her screen was frozen for a while. Right?
There was. It's true.
Like,
it's true. Maybe it was just the spell of Eric upon her.
The spell of Eric and having that Afghan rolled up around her body like that. She was probably falling asleep a little bit. So always good to have him on.
Oh
so
my
much.
gosh. And it's been a while and we just missed him so much. So I'm glad that he could come on with us tonight too. And something about Eric, he's so calming and so full of love that it just resonates and it radiates from him, and you can't help but feel good after you talk to him.
Yeah. And again, he deserves that too. So I want him to focus on his happiness much as he focuses on everybody else's.
A lot of us are the fixers and we tend to worry about everyone but ourselves. And one thing I think the pandemic has done for us, not to go too long tonight, but one thing I think it has done for us is it's sort of taught us how to take care of ourselves more and better.
A little bit. Yeah.
I learned that big time. And so I would say the past year and a half has really been a huge part of my journey. And especially us together, it's been huge for us too, because, we grew closer through the pandemic. There's a lot of negatives with the pandemic, but I have to say there's a lot of positives with it as well. But I think we should leave it with just be grateful. Be very grateful, like Eric said, every single day.
Start your day with it, end your day with it, and everything will be great. I've got one more thing to do, and that is to say this podcast brought to you by Nuts on Clark.
Yay! I still have to order some more Nuts on Clark. It's coming.
From the Cheese Queen.
That is the best picture ever.
That just looks like you're sitting on a toilet ready to let loose all that
well,
cheese
I
you're
wasn't
eating.
sure, real quick, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be sitting there. There were no signs.
Yeah, you're not supposed that's in Wisconsin, you don't sit in the Cheese Queen's chair. You just don't do that. There's a law.
I didn't know if you could or not. So I was like, Dave, quick, take my picture in this. So that's why I kind of looked sheepish, because I wasn't sure if somebody was going to beat me.
The cheese police showed up like a week after you were here looking for you. So
I know, right?
And when they show up out front, you don't know what's going on. So
I know.
Well, that was fun tonight. I'm glad that both those folks were with us. Join us on our podcast, our weekly podcast, which you can find any place else that you listen to podcasts, Spotify, all that kind of stuff. Join us in our group, Stay Weirdos, Friends of the Sandy and Toddcast. We've got some extra content from tonight that you're not going to get here that you'll have there.
Coming your way.
And also check out the Empathicary podcast. It's Sandy and I were talking about being empaths and what that's like.
I love this project that we're doing because it's really, really us, and it's really about us, but it's for others too. Much like this one is. This one is very, very personal for us, and I just love that.
All right. Till then, I hope everybody has a good night. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. And tell a friend about the Sandy and Toddcast, if you would, please.
See you guys next week.
Good night.
Good night.